Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I did a full face get ready with me. I played with a lot of Rare Beauty products. They recently slid into my DMs and offered to send me some things, and I was super pumped, and I got quite the package. And when I asked on my Instagram stories if you wanted to see kind of a full face testing these products out, most of you were super hyped and said yes. So here I am for you playing with these products. I've not done a full face video in a while. I think it's been probably a month or at least close to it. So I hope you enjoy. I love doing these kinds of videos. It's fun to just kind of sit down, play with makeup. It's nice and therapeutic. Before we hop into the video itself, let me just give you my details. This choker is from Shop Sun & Co. You can use my affiliate code Beautbean for 10% off. My plugs are from Love Kills Boutique, and my ring is from Ana Luisa. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and play with a bunch of Rare Beauty makeup. Hello, hi, how is it going? We're gonna do a full face of pretty much only Rare Beauty, and I'm so excited. I'm so beyond grateful that I got this huge package, because when they slid into my DMs, I thought they were gonna send me like, I don't know, one or two things, and then it was like everything. So you guys seemed excited for me to play with pretty much all of it, so I'm gonna do my best to play with as much as possible. I'm gonna be doing my entire face with you today too, even including brows, because they sent over a brow pen, so I figured I would try that with you. I always prime before I do brows though, and I don't have a primer from Rare Beauty, so I'm just gonna use my Glossier Futuredew. It's one of my favorites, and it's just what I've been loving lately, so I just do a little dollop of that and then just massage it in. I like to do this before my brows so that it gives my skin time to really absorb the primer, so that it's ready for my complexion products by the time I'm done with my brows. All right, so they sent me this Brow Harmony. It's a brow gel and a brow pen in one, which that's what I use. I use a tinted brow gel with fibers, and then I go in with like a brow pen, and then I use clear brow gel. So this is pretty great. This is in the shade Cool Brown. They also sent me the taupe one, which is gonna be too light for me, so I'm gonna give that to a friend, but I'm interested in trying this out. Okay, well, it's a pencil, not a pen. I misspoke, but same idea. So I'm gonna start with the brow gel side. Okay, the brow gel side's a screw, the other side's a slide. This looks like it might be okay. I actually really like the wand on this so far. It's very skinny. I've had a couple people over the last couple months really ask if I will do my brow routine on camera, and I haven't, just because it's so incredibly easy and quick, and I just felt like it was boring. But if you're someone who's been asking, this is exactly what I do, just not with this product typically. But I always just kind of wiggle a brow gel like this through my brows just to get them semi-filled and kind of fluffed up. Like, you can kind of see the difference already. Yes, I make messes while I do this. It's why I do my brows first, because I'm not the neatest at it. And ignore my hair. I will style it when I'm done filming, because I just don't feel like styling it first and then trying to work around it. We are getting ready together, you know? I feel like I'm liking this brow gel actually, just off first impressions. I probably would normally go for something a little bit darker than this. This seems like it's a tinge too light for me, but it doesn't look horrible. And then once I have that base kind of laid down, I will switch to the pen side, or in this case, pencil side. Usually I use like a felt tip pen, but this is like a triangle shaped pencil. I'm just gonna go in and draw little strokes just to kind of fill in any gaps that I have. I don't use pencils too often. I just kind of prefer the effect of a pen more. It's a little bit easier for me to control. I mean, this pencil's working fine enough. Again, I know I'm being sloppy. It's because I'll clean it up after. But I mean, it's doing the job. I feel like as a general rule, I still don't prefer a pencil, but I do like the brow gel side of this. And the combination of the two is looking good. What do you prefer with your brows? I used to be a pomade person. I would only use pomade. ABH Dip Brow, I went through so many of those back in the day. Is my number one. And then for some reason, I just started using brow gel and pens, and I've never looked back. So now at this stage, what I do is I just take a concealer. Right now I'm using the Rare Beauty one. I've been using this concealer for probably 3 weeks now, and I just use a little angled brush. This is an Alter Ego number 12. It doesn't really matter. It's just an angled brush with a spoolie. And I just clean up underneath since I was a little messier. I'm usually not this messy, but I was also unfamiliar with this product, so I just clean up any of my messes so that the underneath of my brow looks nice and structured. I don't really clean up the top. If I need to like clean up anything, I'll usually just kind of take my finger and rub it. Since I don't have foundation on yet, it's easy to kind of just wipe things away. Then I just use my little finger and blend it out once I have that concealer laid down. Easy peasy. I do like the brow product. Again, I would probably normally go for something that's a little bit darker than this, but I do like it. I don't hate it. I'll probably reach for that again every so often. And then last with my brows, I always do go in with my NYX the Brow Glue, but I always save this for last. I like to do all of my complexion first, so then I can finish it off by getting my brows nice and stuck up and fluffy. So now we're ready to actually dive into makeup. So I'm skipping foundation, one, because I don't have a foundation from Rare Beauty, and two, because I just haven't been wearing it the last few weeks. So I'm gonna just go right in with concealer. And again, it's the Rare Beauty one. I actually got this as a subscriber gift a few weeks ago for my birthday. This is the shade 130N. I've been really, really enjoying this concealer. It's super creamy and blendy, and I don't know. I just like how easy it seems to sit on my skin. Just do a few little dabs like this, and then I take a brush. This is my Alter Ego number 4. I've been on a brush kick lately. I feel like whenever I go through periods where I don't want to wear foundation, I just don't use a beauty sponge at all anymore because I mostly like the beauty sponge for foundation. So I just kind of dabble it out, get it all nice and into the skin. Oh, I really like this concealer. This concealer does sit nice on foundation too, by the way. I've worn it on top of a couple different kinds and it seems to behave nicely as well, but it also works nice by itself, so here I am. I feel like once it gets really into the hot months of summer here in Florida, I just cannot be bothered with foundation. I just don't have the energy or patience. Can't be bothered. All right, so next I have a lot of cream products to play with, but I do just want to quickly set just under my eyes so I don't get creasy. So I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup Blur setting powder. It's my favorite, and one, I don't know if Rare Beauty even has a setting powder, but two, I don't have it, so just gonna set with this one because it's my favorite. Just right under my eyes so I don't get creasy. Nice and quick and easy peasy. Okay, so I'm actually gonna skip bronzer today, which I haven't done in a long time. I don't feel like bronzer is like my favorite part of my routine anyways, and since there isn't one in this collection, I figured let's just go very blushy and highlighty. Because why not? I think that'll be really cute. I'm so indecisive. So I have one of the liquid blushes and also the like more solid cream blush one. This one is in the shade Nearly Berry, and this is in the shade Faith. I also do already own this in the shade Love. This was also part of that gift that I got gifted a couple weeks ago. So I already know that I love this formula and I love Love, but I really like both of these. Maybe I'll do a little of both. Why not? Who says I have to stop? Man, I don't know what I want to do. I guess let me start with this one since I haven't used this before. I'm just gonna take this Colourpop F29 brush. Just gonna dip a little bit in there. And let's just, ooh, pigment. Oh, lots of pigment. Let me tap that brush off. I'm just gonna start really working that into the skin to get it nice and diffused. Oh my gosh. Do you see how pretty that is? Lots of scary pigment right at first, but wow. That's so pretty. I feel like it blends into the skin looking just really natural almost. I mean, I don't have naturally berry colored cheeks, but just the texture of it doesn't look too heavy or anything. I like that they sent me these shades of like berry tone blush because I don't have too many like this, and they make me happy. Add something a little bit different to my collection because they're formulas that I don't have, well, aside from this one, but they're also colors that I don't really have a lot of. I think that's quite lovely. Made my brush look really cute. I guess I'll try using Faith a little on the nose, and maybe I will dabble a little of this on my cheeks as well. So this is incredibly pigmented, so I'm only gonna add like the tiniest little bit because it blends out like crazy, or at least my Love one does, and I imagine this one will as well. Maybe I'm actually gonna dot it onto my actual brush and then go to town. There we go, that works a little bit better. I really like that berry tone, it's really cute. It's very summery, but not like typical summer either. Just trying to give myself a little berry toned sun-kissed look. All right, just a little bit more on the cheeks because why not? Might as well berry it up. I'm really liking this color. It's very cute and just different. I feel like I had someone just recently ask if I had any like berry or violet-y toned blush recommendations, and this seems pretty cute. I usually go for much warmer with my blush, but I'm not mad at this at all. I am just gonna take my brush that I used to blend out my concealer just to kind of clean up around the bottom edges so that it stays nice and clean. Well, I like both of these. I'm gonna keep playing with them. Let's move on to highlight. So they sent the liquid luminizer. I have it in Captivate, which I'm keeping this to use as a blush. I was gonna use it today, but I already had 2 other things to use, so I'll use this as a blush another time. But I also have the shade Enlighten, and this looks like it's gonna be absolutely stunning. So I have another little dense brush. This is an old Morphe one, a Morphe E8. It's very similar to that Alter Ego one that I already had. Let's give this a go. I'm just gonna do a couple little dots. Let's just try blending her out. Oh, that's pretty. Wow. That's blending into the skin really nicely. I don't always have the best luck with liquid highlights. Something about them just doesn't always sit on my skin. I'm good with cream, but not always liquid. This seems okay though. I am pretty content so far. It seems like it's not really lifting my concealer or blush up very much. Little highlight on the nose. Oh my gosh, that's really cute on the tip of the nose. I know not everyone likes a nose highlight, but I think that looks adorable. You know, let's just add a little more for good measure. I like being glowy, we all know it, so let's just add some more. And then I'm just gonna tap over it with my blush brush just so it all merges together. I do a nice little close-up. My skin looks really pretty actually. It's all just sitting really seamlessly and very lightweight. Nothing looks cakey at all, actually. Kind of just looks like skin. Aside from the fact that I don't naturally look berry on my face, it looks really pretty. Well, that's pretty much it for skin. I guess let me just add a couple fake freckles with Freck. Usually I do this before highlight, but I was using a liquid highlight today. So I'm just gonna add my fake under eye beauty mark that I add. Fill in a couple of my natural spots. And then I don't want to be incredibly freckled, but I do just want like a couple little cuties sprinkled around my nose and brow area. Just kind of lightly tap them out. Oh, my skin actually doesn't really feel too tacky either. Sometimes with a lot of liquids and creams, your skin will just stay feeling sticky. And it definitely like feels like there's product there, but it doesn't feel as sticky as I thought it was going to. I'm gonna let these ones sit a little bit longer so they're a little darker, but really quick, they sent me a lot of lip products. Like I have 5 of the lip mousses, I have, oops, 1 of these liquid balms, and then I have 3 regular balms. 2 of them are a little bit darker of colors, the shades Appreciate and Compliment, and then 1 of them's a little bit lighter. It's called Support, and I figured I always put on a lip balm anyways at this step so that my lips can like really sink in and get nice and soft before I do lip product at the very end. So figured maybe we can try this out. I know it'll have a tint, but oh my gosh, it feels so creamy. I love this. I mean, I only just put it on, but it's just so comfortable and creamy. I could easily see throwing this on a day that I don't really feel like wearing anything, but I want to look like I tried a little bit. This might be a good option because I really like the new Hello Kitty Colourpop balms. This is awesome. I like that. It feels like it's really sinking into the skin. I'm also gonna quickly fluff up my brows with the brow glue. Figured I can show you that as well. I've already been doing everything. So I just really kind of work it in here and fluff them straight up. I know not everybody likes this, but I love it. I think it's so cute. And this is the best brow gel for this because my brows are so straight and stubborn and they want to like hang downwards. This actually keeps them lifted and up and looking really cute. I really like this lip color too. Okay, now I'm just gonna like lightly tap over these. I'm not trying to diffuse them, but I just want them to sink in a little bit. And then I'm gonna spray the Fourth Ray Beauty Glisten Up Spray, and then we'll move on to the eyes. Okay, so I have a few different things to try. They sent me this liquid eyeshadow in the shade Nearly Berry, which will definitely go with our berry tone. So I'll try this out because I just might as well. They sent me a palette. It's an all shimmer palette called Confident Energy. It looks like this, so I figured I could top maybe a couple of these on top of what the liquid shadow does. That might be cute. And they also sent me a liquid liner. So if I'm feeling feisty, maybe we'll do a big wing today as well to just see how everything plays. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job hitting up everything. The only thing I've skipped so far is the darker liquid highlight, but I will use that later. I'm gonna prime with my Smashbox Lid Primer in Light. I'm gonna blend it out and I'm not gonna set it because I don't prefer to do that. And I'm just gonna do both eyes at the same time today just because I'm not doing anything too crazy extravagant, I don't think at least. And I kind of want to be able to lay down that liquid shadow at the same time so I can kind of compare and make them look the same, because I don't know how difficult it's going to be to work with. And I don't want to risk doing it on one eye and then not being able to match the opacity on the other eye later, so that's why I'm going to do them both right now. And this is just an old dingy brush that I use to blend out my primer since my nails are too long. Okay, so I also have this brush from Rare Beauty. I don't know what it's called, but it was like a shadow brush, so I'm assuming that's for this. But I also have a blending brush here on standby in case I need it. So let's try this Nearly Berry liquid shadow. Just gonna dabble it on. It's very pigmented. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that blends really softly right off the bat. I'm not a big liquid shadow person, but maybe I can change my mind. There's so many like liquid shadows and shadow sticks coming out now. It makes me want to become someone who likes those products. I just don't know if I am. Wow, do you see how easy this like blended though? Just a nice little wash of color. I mean, it's kind of perfect for what I'm going for since I have shimmers to play with next, so I have kind of a nice little base laid down. I'm not sure how I feel yet, but so far I'm not mad. It's a really pretty shade. I'm liking these berry tones. I didn't really know what I was going to look like today, but I'm not mad at the berry. It's really pretty. It seems like it's pretty easy to work with, and it blends out fairly sheer, so I feel like it's gonna be beginner friendly. I do actually just wanna put my blending brush right into the product itself, just so I can add a little bit more depth to the outer area of my eye. Maybe a little on the lower lash, just in the outer corner as well. I'm really not mad at this. It's definitely not the type of product that I go out of my way to use, but I'm not angry with it. And I mean, considering I don't use a product like this hardly ever, and I'm having a really easy time with it, I feel like it shows how beginner friendly it is. Because I am not well versed in matte liquid shadows at all. I'm curious what my eye feels like. Feels pretty dry. Feels dry and matte, but not like dry, like it doesn't feel cakey and deserty. It's just not sticky. Yeah, even close up, it looks pretty decent. I feel like it's not completely the exact same level of pigment across the lid, but I wouldn't call it patchy either. It almost looks like watercolory, if that makes any sense at all. Well, so far so good with this little liquid shadow. I want to add some shimmers from this palette though, to make maybe a little bit more an exciting look, you know? So I'm thinking I definitely want this in my inner corner, but I don't know what I want on my lid. So let's do things a little bit backwards. Let me pop that shade on my inner corner first. It looks like that shade is called Willpower, if I'm reading that correctly on the back of the thing. Oh my gosh, that's really shiny. Holy cow. I'll be honest, I haven't really seen people talk about the shadows. Not that they haven't been, I just haven't sought it out. I have seen a lot of people talk about the complexion products, so I was excited to try them, but I didn't really have any expectations with the shadows, but wow, that's bright. That's what I like. So I mean, if I wanted to really match the look, I could use this all over the lid. Maybe I'll do that and then pop one of these on the lower lash line, because I don't want to look scary. I want to keep this look kind of cohesive. I'm liking this vibe. I'm going to take my NYX Glitter Primer because I use it with all of my shimmers. It helps everything pop, and this is a Luxie brush. It's a 213. So just a little dabble right there. I'm just going to stamp it all across my actual lid, not my crease. And then I'm going to dip right into this shade. I think it's called Strong. Let's just pop that on. Wow. It's so reflective, honestly. I really didn't expect these shimmers to be as impactful as they were. I don't know why I thought that, I just kind of did. I'm actually gonna flip the brush over and use the pink as well, called Boost, I think. Just to the clean side of the brush, just to add some extra dimension onto this look. Might as well use more of the shimmers. I know that's not like a revolutionary color story on my eyes, but it looks really pretty. Oh, by the way, my cheeks feel very not tacky at all. Like, these liquid products dried down really, really nicely, which is nice if you're someone who doesn't like the stickiness on your face. And I'll be honest, I don't really like stickiness on my face, but I also don't like matte skin either. So it's a weird balance, but these dried down really nice. That can also be a problem when like doing like creams and liquids on the face and then wanting to go in with eyeshadow and do a lot of blending around like the outer edges. Sometimes things can kind of mesh weird when you're doing all that blending with powders and liquids in the same place. So it's nice that these kind of dry down. I'm pretty impressed with these shimmers. They're really pretty. They're not crazy duochromes or anything like that, but they have nice shine to them. But now I want to play with one of these colorful ones. I'm thinking let's do the green. I think it's called Trust. I just have another Luxie brush. This is a 141. I didn't intentionally grab a Luxie brush for everything, but you know. Ooh, that's a cute color. I love green eyeshadow. Focusing it just kind of in that first half. And then I'll just do a little bit of blending on the edge so that it's nice and soft. I quite like that actually. Again, it's not a revolutionary eye look, I realize that, but I don't know, it's pretty and I feel like my skin looks nice. Well, let's try doing a liquid liner now. This is the Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Liner. Really like the brush. It reminds me of a really skinny paintbrush with like all the bristles, but it's just really tapered nicely. Here goes nothing. I'm nervous. What if this ruins everything? It's so hard for me to explain how to do a winged liner. Winged liner just takes a lot of practice figuring out what works for your eye shape. I personally start by kind of drawing the tail. And then I usually start about halfway up and just kind of draw and go for it. And then I just kind of perfect that line. This stuff comes on really easy and really smooth. I'm not having to like reapply it in multiple spots. I will say it is a fairly large brush. It points to a really fine tip, but it is a pretty large brush. So if you have tiny eyes, this might not be your favorite tool. It is a pretty nice liner though. It applied really fast. I need to build this up some more, but I like a pretty thick and large wing. That's just my brand, you know? Gonna just stretch out this tail a little more. Nice and pointy. Sort of like that. I'm gonna go off camera and repeat it and then kind of perfect this a little bit. Again, it's really hard for me to do this on camera because I have to be so close to a mirror, but I'm gonna do that. Throw on my lashes, probably a green eye pencil to go with that waterline, and then I will put one of these lip products on and then I'll be back to chat some more. All right, here's my look complete. I think it came out really, really pretty. I really like the way my skin looks. I like the way my eyes look. I love the pop of green on the lower lash line. I feel like this was just a really nice, simple, summertime kind of makeup look. Also, I don't know what my hair is. I just wanted the keep it out of my face vibe today, so here we are. I think it's kind of cute though. The eye pencil I threw in is Chartreuse Flash from NYX just to go with that lower lash line. My lashes are the style Aries from Lunar Beauty. And then for my lips, I know I went with more of the boring option, but I picked Fearless Lip Mousse because I just felt like it would go with this look the best out of all the lip products. So that's why I went with this one. It's very similar to the Balm that I just had on, but it has a little more pigment to it and it's very comfortable. It just feels very velvety smooth and it was very easy to apply. I didn't have any streakiness, so I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to play with like the other shades. There's some really fun ones in this mix, so I will try to, play with these as much as possible for you all. Well, yeah, that's it. This is the final look. I hope you enjoy it. Let me zoom out and I will kind of break down my thoughts on everything. All right, hello. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Get ready with me. Let me know what you think of my look. Let me know what you think of the products, how you feel like they performed. I don't know, so far I'm pretty impressed with what I've tried. I don't really have any major complaints so far. I'm gonna keep playing with everything and keep you guys posted. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Have you tried any of these? Do you want to try any of these? Is there anything for Rare Beauty that you have that I didn't try yet? I'm more intrigued to try more products from the brand now. I was really excited to try them for the first time this year, and I'm just so grateful that I got gifted these from the brand. I might have to go out of my way to try some more stuff now, so let me know what you think. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me a, leave me a sunshine emoji because it's very bright outside right now. And if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram, it's Beautbean, follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.